going to continue on. This is part 2 of Dave's presentation. Go ahead.
Okay, so basically, if your condensate drain line that comes from here doesn't slope down,
yes,
and slopes up a little ways,
yes,
it's going to cause a backup of water in your pan.
Okay.
What's going to happen is there's a secondary, which is right here, which looks like it's been pushed up.
Right, that hole in the wall has a little tube in there, right?
It's got a PVC tube that should be hanging down here.
And that's the secondary overflow from the main.
So when this...
And obviously that's been overflowing into the secondary because that water there.
You can tell that that's been... Somebody put a cover over that, pushed it up. That should be down. So that right there, I don't know what's happening there.
Okay.
Anyways, what we're really going to have to do is pull this ceiling down in here. We're going to have to put a hole in the bathroom, make sure that the drain is draining down. And from there, if it is, then the coil might be rusted out.
Okay.
With water sitting in there for a long time, that metal pan, it's not...
And that's a condensating coil with a pan,
Right.
Yeah.
So what happens is then the pan itself will rust, and then it'll start overflowing, and that's probably what you're seeing here, all this water.
Now the condensate, I don't mean to put words or lead you on, but the condensate coil itself doesn't sound like it's a big amount of money. That doesn't sound too bad.
No.
Because that's really for the humidity runoff, right, when it's humid.
You mean the pan itself?
Well, and the coil itself.
To change the coil, you got to change the whole unit.
Okay.
To change just the
And that has
pan,
2 fans in there, right?
It's got 2 fans and a coil and a drain pan.
Okay.
And it's got a plenum that comes off that has all your ductwork hooked up.
Oh, okay.
So there is a little bit of labor and intense involved for that because you got to find the unit that's an R22 unit now.
Okay.
Which they don't make R22. It's all 410A.
Okay. All right.
So if we do find an R22 unit, this is have to come out. We'll have to lengthen this up, pull that old one down. First, take the Freon out of the system because you've got your Freon that goes from your condenser down to here.
Okay.
So it's a matter of that, your wiring, your high and low voltage wiring, hooking this back into the plenum, then patching up the drywall, putting a new grill on here. This thing's about shot.
That's obviously cosmetically got to go.
Because this grill should be a grill to where you can pull this down. It's on hinges, and you can change the filter. You
can obviously see this is just completely shot. Okay.
Yeah. So,
all right, so would you be able to do that yourself?
Oh, yes.
Okay, as a pro, you'd be able to do that yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Okay.
So basically, that's you can tell there's...
let's say that the R22 is completely bad in there, and you got to replace it with a new unit. And then we still don't know about the actual compressor that's up in the up on the roof, right?
If you change this to 410A, you have to change the condenser.
You're talking about a total
AC switch out.
Really?
Which you're probably looking at. I'm just going to throw this off.
Yeah, no, that's good.
You're probably looking at close to $4,000.
Okay. Are there such things as recondition units that you can put in?
No.
Okay. You go new with a warranty, 10-year warranty. What kind of warranty?
410A, you could get a 10-year warranty. The R22, you're just going to get a 5-year. That's the standard.
If you can find an R22.
If I can find them, and that's only on this because your condenser upstairs. If you want to replace that too with an R22, I can get a hold of them, but they don't have Freon in them. You have to add the Freon. So it's if you're going to take the whole system out, it's better to put a new 410A system in for the cost. You get a 10-year warranty in the whole shop.
And the Freon's already in there?
The Freon's already in there.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I think you did a good... What else can you tell us? What else are we missed here?
Like I said, that's pretty much, that's I can see I've done tons of these, so I know that's what the problem is here. It's probably the coil is rusted. We can, not the coil, but the pan is rusted. We can probably find another pan that we can unhook and put in there, but if the problem is with the condensate drain not being right, you're still going to have to fix that too.
Yes.
So it's almost better if the coil's shot, pull that out, put a new one in.
Okay, but in theory, it might be that the coil might be okay,
yes.
And you might just have to replace the pan and fix the length or the angle of the line.
Right.
So and then redo the cosmetics, put a new.
Yes, and I can do that. That's not
right.
I think pretty much what it is you have a header right here, and I have a feeling when they brought this drain, when they put their what they do is right here, they put their backing, they probably pushed up on the condensate line after framing to
see.
put their backing in, and that means the condensate is going down and then it's going back up right here.
Rough cost, if you just had to replace the cosmetics, replace the pan, and redo the line to make sure the line is correctly angled properly, rough cost.
Well, you're talking maybe $500-600.
Okay, so under $1,000.
Yes, under $1,000. Let's just stay
under
under
$1,000 to do a repair a complete overhaul,
Right.
complete replacement, $4,000, right around there,
Yes.
including taxes and
And-
delivery and
Yeah,
labor and
start up
everything.
The whole works, yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay, that's good. We're done because I got to get out of this because of the memory limitations here.
Okay.
Okay, all right, that's